Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome in to another live stream. Per usual, as things have been going this week, I am not going to be on for very long today, but we are doing free questions. If you are interested in a free yes no reading, definitely can do that for you. Just make sure that you're posting them in the chat. And then if you want to donate, that's also open, but probably will only be open for about 45 minutes or so. The only reason why I have to rush off of here so fast is because during this time, my husband has my son, but then he has to get ready for work. So that's the life we're living. So I try to be here as often as I can, and that explains that. Hey, Sienna, welcome in. How are you? Good to see you again today. All right, Sienna, let's see. You said, will there be a surprise for you this year from Marquise by the summertime? I am getting a yes. I have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Amy, hey, welcome in. How's it going? Oh, girl, I hear you. Oh, you don't work today? Did you just ask for off? Oh, nice. I love that. Okay, so you said, has Eric missed you at all as of late? I am getting a yes. I have the Two of Wands and the Emperor. He said, I'm a little behind on the chat. I'm sorry. You said, nice break in the middle of the week for sure. I don't know why I never knew that you were off on Friday or Wednesdays. I guess it never came up in conversation, but I never knew that. He's stuck at home, smoke. Oh my God, a concussion? Jesus. From a dumb choice of riding in the back of a truck bed over the weekend. Oh my God. Yikes. Yeah, glad he's all right. You're welcome, Amy. Hey, Susan. Welcome in. Yes, you can ask a question. It's yes or no, okay? You're welcome, Amy. The doctor said he can't work until the 10th. Oh, jeez. Do I see Brian wanting to propose to you? Let's see. Oh, Jesus. At least it was a little concussion, but I don't know. Because, like, I hear, like if he keeps getting concussions, which he has no reason to keep getting concussions, but it's definitely not a good thing. All right, Susan, let's see. I'm getting a no for Susan. 5 of Cups. This card does have like an air of disappointment around it. Well, Amy, at least he's like telling you what's going on with him. I like that. I appreciate that. Oh, interesting. You know, I don't know, the energy of wanting to do it. Like, I have the card, the 5 of Cups, and this can indicate like it just doesn't happen. It kind of the card actually like shows a picture of like a party. Um, and this person's like upset about what happened. So maybe it just doesn't go the way that you're wanting it to, or you're thinking that it's going to. It doesn't mean you can't believe what he's saying at face value. It's just the energy around your connection right now is giving a no. Yeah, Luna, my work schedules work every day except Wednesday, and that's such a nice little break. My kids have not been giving me as much stressors, I'd say. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, having a little break in the middle of the week would be nice. Starting in June, my husband, actually like the day before my birthday, which I'll be in Texas, so this isn't really going to apply until we get back. But my husband secured a time spot where he's working 4 days a week now, starting in June. And so we'll get 3-day weekends, which is going to be amazing, especially with a baby. Like, we can make all of our doctor's appointments for Fridays. We'll have an extra day to go do things together. We'll have an extra day to get stuff done around the house. Like, his days at work will be a lot longer, which is hard. For sure, just because like the days are long as they are now, but it's an hour at the beginning of his day and the hour at the tail end that's going to extend. And it is going to be a noticeable difference for sure, but I don't think it's going to be significant enough of a change for this not to be worth it. So definitely liking that schedule, and your schedule reminded me of that. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's everything we're hoping it will be. You feel stuck or a blockage. Oh, Susan, I'm sorry, friend. If you want to donate, we can look more into this for you. All of my prices are in the description. He said, oh my God, I keep dreaming of Elias, and I don't really think of him that much anymore. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Well, that's nice to dream of people. I'm having nightmares. I think my body is just finally ready to deal with like the trauma of my birth experience. I'm literally having nightmares. So at least you're dreaming of nice things. Yeah, we'll be in Texas. We are gonna be going. We haven't figured out if we're gonna be staying in the San Antonio area or Spring Branch, closer to where my aunt lives, because we haven't secured the Airbnb. Once we do that, then we'll know. But um, I'm kind of hoping it's Spring Branch because we've done San Antonio and we can do that again. But our husbands have already seen what there is to see, and like they would like to see a different part of Texas. And honestly, so would I. I basically grew up in Texas and over the summers every single year when I was a kid. So it's like I've been there, done that. But our mom is actually going to be able to come this year, which is really nice. She and my biological dad aren't together. They haven't been together since we were kids. But my family and her, still have ties. And this is the first time she's going to be able to be out there since I was like 12 years old, I think. Um, so she's coming, my whole family's coming, my sister's whole family's coming, my brother and his boyfriend are going. Like it's gonna be like a big family affair. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to it. But we have a lot of things to get done before then. So like we're trying to just focus on the task at hand at the moment. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Alex is still having some health issues, but we're receiving a lot of prayers and good vibes, and hopefully we can work through this. He said, "Oh no, and yeah, I'm sorry, Lena. Love, I hope you're able to work through." Thank you, Amy. I hope so too. Actually, like, it's more funny to me that like I'm now maybe my subconscious is like, you can start dealing with this now because it was pretty crazy. Sunshine pattern, hello and welcome in. But thank you, Amy. I would definitely appreciate some nice dreams for sure. Let's see. Sunshine pattern, I have your question. Saved by Jesus, I have your question. Amy, that sounds great. Okay, Susan, if you plan on getting a reading today, just let me know. It's up to you. Amy, I just got your mini. Thank you. So let's go ahead and close the list for free. I'm going to answer these last two, and then we'll move on to Amy. All right, so where was I? All right, sunshine pattern. I have a yes for sunshine pattern, the Hierophant. And saved. All right, saved. I am getting a yes. I have the King of Cups. If you want to know more about that, feel free to donate. All right, Amy, I have you for your mini reading. Let me know whenever you're ready. So for more context, Elias has been in my dreams on and off as of late, and I genuinely don't think of him that much. I believe that. You're welcome, sunshine. You said it's so weird because dreams, like recent dream you had with him in it, it was just like you were bonding and he's being very sweet and interested in your culture. You recall the vibes in the dream, so sweet and pleasant. Him so platonic and romantic. Makes sense, makes sense. You're describing it well. I want to ask, how does he view and feel towards you after all that's happened? You can't help but get this general sensation of physical attraction, kind of being there when you're around each other. No, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. That's definitely something that you can feel. And like, there are like people out there, like, you might have had a really like a connection, not a connection, but like maybe a man in your life or something like that that was genuinely interested in you. You were not interested. And you're like just trying to be nice and they're like taking it the wrong way. So it's like there's always things that can be misconstrued, but I'm a strong believer that it's something that you can feel for sure. All right, how does he view and feel towards her? Hey, Golden, my free list is closed, friend. Did you want to donate? It's $5 for yes, no questions. He's like, I have sweet memories of her, nice memories. Like when he thinks of you, he associates you. Oh, sorry, Holden. Sorry, friend. Um, okay, so he thinks of you, and it's like very nice things, like the phrase people won't always remember what you did, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. That's the phrase that's coming to mind, is like he doesn't really think too much about the interactions of the past, its specific details. He's not like nitpicking like little things that have happened between the two of you. He's more thinking back on you fondly and looking at you as a whole picture. So basically, the connection as a whole, how did that make him feel? And I really, really love that quote, in my opinion, because you think about life and you think about like all the things that have happened. Think back to when you were in high school. Like, you don't remember. Did I sneeze? If I sneeze, that might be a sign. Um, but think back like when you were in high school. Like you probably have flashes of memories, but like you don't remember specifically every single day, like what it felt like when you woke up in the morning, getting to work, what you did, or getting to school, what you did like every single day, what classes you had, even what teachers you had, even. Um, oh, you said bless. Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to say bless me. That is hilarious. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm having allergies. Um, so, you know, that's basically what I'm saying, is he's not looking back, remembering like all the specific things for of your connection. Like maybe you think more specifically about little things that have been done, like little gestures, but he's not thinking about that. He's just thinking about your connection as a whole, and he looks at it and smiles. Like he looks at it and thinks very fondly of it. Um, Almost like a little nostalgic, maybe sometimes, like kind of. I feel like your connection, and maybe from his perspective, is it's like, is this a situation that like, what if, like you guys kind of look at each other and go, what if we did things differently? Like, what if, and that's his perspective, is like, what if this played out differently? Like, what if I wasn't already talking to someone? What if like I really gave it a shot? I think you guys look at each other with that like dreamy pondering, like the potential, I guess, of what the connection could have been. But I don't think that either one of you are deeply like in love with each other, or like even wanting something to happen between the two of you. Like, I think you guys are like, what's done is done. We've moved on. At least that's his perspective. But at the same time, you always think like, what could have happened. But yeah, I think he thinks of you as just like this incredibly like badass, like really cool person who he's attracted to physically. And you guys had good times, good banter, good chats, etc. And I think that he has mad respect for you. I think it's one of those weird encounters in life where it's like, what was the point of this? But there's not really a point. It's like, it's not quite the one that got away, but it's definitely like when he thinks of you, he wonders if things had been different, would things be different? You get what I'm saying? As of right now, I have no idea if he's single or not. That matters to him. Like, regardless, I can still always feel his ginger spark whenever I'm around him. Makes sense. Hey, Marta. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you? Yeah, I'm very much open to anything at this point. That's really sweet. Yeah. Yeah. So, I guess like things just never really went anywhere with the two of you, but I think he thinks about alternative timelines, I guess you could say, like what would have happened if this happened or that happened. And I think honestly, like he's feeling like it, whatever was meant to be was meant to be. I don't think that he like is thinking super deeply about things. I think when he thinks of you, he just smiles. I think he thinks of like a really fun person. Nope, they don't feel bad. They feel good. I think he thinks you're very sweet and like thoughtful, generous. I think that he has good opinions of you, like flattering opinions of you. I meant to put freeless closed, not freeless to clode. He wondered if he's been thinking of you, handsome appearing in your dreams. He totally forgot to mention you got him a souvenir when you went to Florida. I got souvenirs for him, Alex, Crystal, Kendall, and a couple souvenirs for the whole house. Oh, that's so nice. I got Eli a little 3D printed turtle. Were you able to give it to him? Also, thank you guys for answering questions on the poll. I really appreciate it. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, okay, maybe that's where like the very sweet like generosity angle is coming from. Maybe he saw like thoughtfulness from you and like that's what he chooses to remember about you and stuff, you know? Thank you, Amy. You're welcome, Amy. I know that the last time we talked, it was on Instagram, and you said that the next time you saw me, um, you want to ask what you should do or say for a best outcome for you and the other person. So if you're not interested in that today, but you still are interested, let me know. I don't think I'm gonna be live tomorrow. I have an appointment for Knox, but I should be back on Friday. And like, I'm hoping Friday is maybe a later in the day stream because I've been going live pretty much during people's work day. And I think that if I could do like an evening, like when people are coming home from work stream, then I think that that I could potentially like I guess cross paths with more people. That's up to you and me. I just remember you saying that, so I just wanted to check. I got it. I'm gonna shuffle for you now, okay? Yep, absolutely. I'm pulling cards for you right now. I know that you said that you guys keep up snap streaks. Um, do you like post or send like pictures of like what you're up to, things that you're doing throughout the day? Like people you're hanging out with? Okay. These are the times that he feels a little bit of FOMO. So, Eric, he's a very play it cool kind of guy. He wants to seem rugged and like he does things that other people don't do. And I can hang out with my friends, I could take it or leave it. He gives off like this like desire to be kind of like a loner, but deep inside he wants to be a part of things and he wants to be like the center of things. And so what I think you should do is continue, and maybe you don't have to send them to him specifically, but if there's places you can post where he can view them of like you going out and doing things, you living your life, you spending time on your own. Because what's happening is that I feel like he wants to connect with you when he feels like you aren't wanting him as much. Does that make sense? Like like when you were like, "Oh, I love to see you and like let's hang out or whatever." In his mind he goes, "Oh, she wants me. She wants my attention and that makes me feel good." And like she's going to make time for me in her schedule and that makes me feel good. But I feel like you would get more of like a response from him, more of interaction from him if you're a little bit more mysterious about it. Like sorry, my allergies, man. Like if you're going somewhere and doing something, like post a picture of yourself like in the public bathroom. Like he doesn't have to know if you're at the mall, the movies, the museum. Like he doesn't know if you're at a concert. Like just post like almost like mysterious pictures of yourself like in different places, maybe with different people if you're around anyone. And just be very nonchalant essentially. I feel like for him you pique his interest and you pique his curiosity, but I feel like once he knows that you're wanting him, that's when you start to feel like you're the one then chasing his energy and like trying to set something up, whereas you're looking from him to pursue you in a sense. And so what I was getting was is that he sees what you're doing because you said that you send things to him directly sometimes. But I want you to send, not necessarily send them to him for him to see. I want you to post things where if he sees it, he sees it. He doesn't, if that's possible. And then that way he doesn't feel like the snaps are catered to him specifically. And then he's like, oh, what is she up to? Where's she at? What's going on? And granted, this is kind of a game of cat and mouse, right? It is a tale as old as time, you know. Okay, that's perfect. That's what I was going to say. Keep posting to your Snap stories. Don't send them to him directly per se. But I feel like, you know, if a man wants to pursue a woman, he will. He will chase and he will go for what it is that he wants and what it is he's looking for. And so I feel like the best thing for your outcome, even though it feels like you're quote unquote playing games, I feel like that's the energy you have to come at him with for him to kind of switch things up. Because if you're like, hey, I want to see you, I want to spend time with you, you want a relationship with someone where you can be direct like that, but you're not dealing with someone where you can do that. So he is the type of person that's like, if you went to like the county fair, for example, he'd be like, oh, that's fine. Like, it's not a big deal. But I think inside he'd be like, man, like, I'm a little jealous. Like, I want to go to the fair. I want to go to the fair with her, you know? And I think that he's like one of those people who want to act like unbothered, but he actually is bothered. So that's probably why he tells you a lot of the time, like, that he's hanging out with this person, he's hanging out with that person. I feel like perception matters a lot to him. Like optics matter a lot to him. Like he wants to feel like the cool guy that's like, oh, this friend needs me, or that friend needs me, or this person wants to spend time with me. It just makes him feel valued and it makes him feel important. Maybe that's his love language. But I feel like I feel like for the type of person that you're dealing with, you want to do things that provide an air of mystery around you, that allow him to understand you're not waiting around for him. You're kind of doing your own thing. And not only that, but you're enjoying it. Like you're by yourself, but you're drinking wine, you're eating cookies, you're indulging and just the air around you, like you are so immersed in what it is that you're doing that you can't even be bothered to think of him. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of energy that you have to bring to the table. And it doesn't mean that you have to do that forever, because if you want him to pursue you, we get to the point that he does. And then once his feelings are there, then it's not about this little game anymore, because his feelings will be there and that won't matter. But I think in the beginning, he's wanting a little hard to get, a little curiosity, a little mystery, not so much you, for lack of better words, throwing yourself at him. He wants to be curious about you. So like literally, I mean, there's too much life, too much world to enjoy being hung up on some guy. Honest to God. There's food out there that tastes better than any of the relationships I've been in. Okay. I look back and I'm like, why did I chase that? Why didn't I just eat chocolate cake? You know? And don't worry, Amy. Once you turn 30, you just don't even care anymore. You're like, if you want to be here, you want to be here. If you don't, you don't. And if you learn that in your 20s, even better. But I would say that Eric is feeling a bit distracted these days. So, not that you have to create a lot of distance or anything like that. And I'm not saying you guys have to stop talking to each other. But I think like let the chips fall where they will. But in the meantime, really enjoy the hell out of your life and show it off. And I think that's going to pique his curiosity. He said, I can always get the sense of his feelings for you. now and then you won't lie because of how long you know each other. Yeah, his feelings are definitely distracted and blank considering his situation. His original dreams were shattered in a way. Wait, remind me about that. I don't think I remember correct. Like, what did you tell me? You said it was oh yes, okay, I remember. It was because him and X, he told me he was hoping to get engaged to her. Right. X, which is also his bestie, even said to him, like, you're not gonna be a father or father figure to my child. Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh wow. It might be too, part of it is that his heart still kind of pines for her a little bit. When Eric was telling you all this stuff, that's where you're like, they still have some unresolved shit, like you said in previous reading. Yeah, and it wouldn't be no surprise if I'm like, Eric, why are you being stupid? See, that's where like feelings come in and destroy logic, and that is why I specialize in love readings. That is why 98% of the reads that I do are related to love interest and relationships and feelings and all of this stuff, because that is like a very complicated thing. And when you have feelings for someone, you can't just like walk away, I guess you could say. Hey, lovely, I just got your donation. Are you in here? Um, And so that's kind of something that he has to work out his system. And like I'll always tell people, like, you're only hurting yourself. The longer that you're involved with this situation, knowing that it's not going anywhere, it's only affecting you. However, I also understand people need to get this person out of the system, because if they don't come to that term on their own, it's kind of like an addiction, right? It's kind of like, unless they decide that they want to change for themselves, there's nothing that you can do or say. Um, it's like they just have to like exhaust all options and like get this person out of their system. And so long as she's in his life, unfortunately, those feelings are going to be swirling around. Maybe their dynamic changes, maybe they become more of friends, and maybe eventually his feelings evolve from pining for her to just appreciating that they have a friendship. But it can get complicated, I think. Eliana, I'm going to get started on yours now, friend. Are we doing a channel on the same person? Okay, perfect. I've got to close the list. I just realized how late it was getting. Well, not late in the day, but like late for me. Like, I get that when you love someone, you always have part of them in your heart. But if someone said to me I wasn't going to be a parent to their kid, I was already treating their kid. Yeah, that would be heartbreaking, I'm sure. Maybe he's constant. Maybe that's what keeps him in the connection, though, Amy, is that he wants to keep proving himself to her, because he feels like she basically was like, this is your place in my life and you're not up here. This is where you are. And maybe he's just draining himself and exhausting himself to try to prove to her that he does deserve to be in a better place in her life. When someone makes you feel less than, you can kind of want to prove to them that that's not the case. And he might just be spending a lot of his energy expelling, like, I guess, trying to prove to her, Exactly. Yes, girl. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, Amy, I get that. I'm sorry, friend. I do have to move on to this last reading, though, because I have to get going in the next few minutes. But yeah, I can understand like your frustration about it for sure, because you just want him to see like what you see, but also he has to see it for himself. That's a good idea. Because of that whole BS he is doing to himself. You're good. I just be yapping. No, you're good, Amy. It's good talking to you. When I have time, we can always chat more about. All right. So just waiting for channel reading. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle for you now, Eliana. Just bear with me while I work on this for you. All right. See you later, Amy.
Okay.
Eliana, I love your profile picture. You remind me of I don't know if you watch Love Island or if you ever watched her season. But the girl Cece, you remind me so much of her. Girl season that chicken. Okay, so Google Love Island Cece, CECE. That's who you remind me of. Okay. Oh my god, that's so funny. She's gorgeous. You guys got some good genes. About halfway done. Almost done. Okay. I'm about to get this sent over to you. There's like a huge part of him that feels like deeply misunderstood and almost like misunderstood by himself. Like he's like, I don't even know if I can explain myself and defend myself. Sorry, I just realized I'm gonna have to airdrop this to my phone because I don't have Instagram downloaded on my iPad anymore, which I don't even know how that's even possible or why that happened. Mm-mm-mm. All right, I'm about to get this sent over to you. So yeah, it just feels like he just doesn't even understand himself. Like he doesn't want to be misunderstood, but at the same time, he's just very bad at articulating himself. But the message to you is he says, I can understand. Well, hello. I can understand if you felt neglected, like I left you behind. I never wanted that. It wasn't my intention, but I can see how you would feel that way. When we first started talking, I was so taken by you, and in my head, I thought this is the woman for me. Never did I think I was going to screw up like I did. I wish I could open up my mind and put you inside of my head so you could see my heart and my thoughts and how I was feeling about you. Feelings I have never been fully able to shake. I think when poor choices were made on my part, I made myself believe we were too different and this wasn't what I thought it was. But that was my narrative, and that was me lying and denying to protect myself from being uncomfortable and vulnerable. But I have never felt a chemistry like this and still haven't since you. I want to see you in person. Definitely interested in an update whenever you want to send it. We will chat. I'm curious to see how things are going. So definitely send me a message whenever you can. Sorry to just run off of here, but my husband has to start getting ready for work, so I got to go grab Knox from him. But thank you so much. It was so good seeing you. I actually had a feeling I was going to see you soon. I have been very delayed in my tax preparation. We're going to file this week. And I was going through like all of my transactions and I kept seeing your name and I was like, I wonder if I'm going to see her anytime soon. And here you are. And I literally had that thought yesterday. So that's really crazy. We're just connected like that. Sweet. All right, girl. Well, definitely send me a message whenever you get the chance and we'll catch up. I hope you have a good rest of your day. See you later.